Hello, guys. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say hi. Oh, yes. Beautiful.
Walter?
Nice. Okay. Right, people already here. Let's wait a little bit more. For some more. Hello, Dave. How's it going? So, guys, where are you writing from? Where are you from? Nice. Beautiful. Ireland. I am from Italy, by the way. So, a little bit more.
Walter?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on the chat, but I cannot see what people are writing. Actually, my chat is empty.
Your chat is not working?
No, I see, I've opened it, so it's opened, but I cannot see people writing on it.
Ah, that's weird because everyone can is writing actually.
Yeah.
Can you click on chat? What is down there?
Me too, panelists. Because the option is only me writing to panelists or panelists and attendees.
Yeah. So you are there now. I can see you right now.
But I cannot see what people are writing.
Ah, okay. Okay. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
This is Zoom.
Yeah, I cannot see it.
Now you can see it for sure.
So this is how you write him specifically. This is how you write everybody, panelists and attendees.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice, thank you.
There you go. See?
Perfect. Amazing.
So if you want to message him directly, just switch to panelists.
Okay.
Yeah. Found it? Great. Amazing. So let's wait a little bit more if someone else is coming. So, by the way, guys, Madlena, she's my assistant, and she will be here to assist you for anything. So you can ask any question in the chat, and she will be super happy to assist you for anything.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much, Walter, for having me here. And yes, exactly like Walter saying, I'm assisting and helping in the chat. So any questions you have, let me know. And I hope you enjoy.
Amazing. Let's see if someone else is coming. Like 16 people. Nice. So guys, in the meantime, that we wait for a few more people coming. So I've created like a form to create an intention for your microdosing journey, so that you will make sure that you know why you're doing this and that you create the right intention for it. So I will be sending it here, and you can complete it in 2-3 minutes, and then we can go ahead with the webinar. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh yes, David, I've sent it, and there are maybe a few people that didn't do it. So I want to make sure that everyone has done it. So if you have done it, you don't have to do it again. So I will be recording everything, and I will be sending it to you guys if you want. Just let me know. Thank you, Mark, for the amazing message. Thank you. We are honestly in love with what we do, and we know like how like amazing are these medicines, and we want everyone to know how to use them and which are the benefits and everything else. So I will be starting in 2 minutes, if that's for you guys. Okay, I'm starting. So, guys, first of all, thank you so much for coming today to join our webinar. We are thrilled to have you here, and I really can't wait to actually give to you all of this knowledge and all of this wisdom, because I don't know if you guys have already tried microdosing, or if it's something new for you, or if something you want to experience. You will have everything you need to know about microdosing here, and I'm sure it will have an amazing impact in your life. By the way, if the noise of the car disturb you, let me know, and I will just be moving inside. So I am having a question from Sandra, which is asking me about the protocol, and we will be answering all the Q&A at the end of the webinar. So let's keep going. So basically, like I really want you guys to get the most of it. So as a matter of fact, now I want you to find a really comfortable place where you can sit, you can listen, you can stretch and do whatever. And I would also love you to turn off all your distractions, because I want you to have the maximum focus for this class, because we will be covering quite a lot of stuff, and I want to make sure you get the most of it. So Ben, I would love you to actually take some notes. So if you can get a pen and a note and write everything you want, and also you can write down some questions, because at the end we're gonna do some Q&A. And I would love also you to be really focused, because I don't know when I'm gonna do another class, so I wanna make sure that you're actually gonna get the most of it. So it would be nice if you can start to stretch your body, okay? It's always feels good to stretch it a little bit before to start, and take a deep breath like this. It always feels good to breathe. And with microdosing, it's always a reminder to breathe because what I've been finding is that microdosing has helped me to actually increase my awareness. And the more aware I am, the more I feel connected with all the situation. And just to let you know, today I've been microdosing with LSD, and I did it on purpose because I thought, how cool would that be if I can do a class about microdose and being on microdose, so that I can be an example of which are the benefits and how it makes me feel. And how I feel now, and we're gonna check it out, everything with the benefits and everything we're gonna cover in this webinar. So this is a presentation that we're gonna talk about. So I'm gonna talk about us and what we do. We're gonna make sure that you're gonna set up your own intention because it's really important that you have an intention before to start the journey. And then we're going to cover all the benefits, safety, and risks about taking the medicines. Then we're going to see how we can choose the right medicines because there are so many out there, and we need to make sure that we choose the right one for the right situation where we are. So we will also cover how much and how often we will be taking the medicines and how to find them. This is like the big question, like everyone's been asking me, and you guys will have the answer finally today. And then we will also track the results that we will have on microdose and how, like, how you will feel like with your body, with your mind, has been better, has been worse. Like we need to actually like journal and see what is happening. And then there will be some practical tips for beginners because I know like it can be difficult sometimes to get started with microdose, but I promise you that if you can actually implement all of this, like all of these tips, everything will be much smoother. And then at the end, I will be doing some Q&A, and you can ask me anything, and I will be here to ask you anything. So let's get started. So just I want to talk about me. So my name is Walter, and I am a psychedelic integration coach, a retreat leader, and an international speaker. So basically, like I've been working with psychedelics for a few years now, and it's funny how I get started with it because I was working as a life coach, and honestly, I didn't really enjoy that kind of thing because like I was actually helping people to achieve something. But then when I realized that it's not really important to really achieve, but the most important thing is to become. And that really hit me like when I started to take my psychedelics because basically I just experienced for the first time something called ego dissolution. So for one moment, I just was no one and I was nothing. I just was pure consciousness. And I just love that. And I said, okay, I don't want to pursue like something that is just cool or something that it can make me money. I said, okay, I want to do something that really calls me. And the psychedelic mission really called me. And this is why now I'm doing it and share with all of you all of this. And my mission in life is to help entrepreneurs specifically because I really believe entrepreneurs, they are the architects of our future, and they are going to create everything that is going to happen in the world. So I really would love to be able to influence them to bring more compassion, more love, and more empathy, and more joy, and more love in their work. So this is what we do. And we also run retreats. We do usually 5 retreats a year. We do 2 of them in Portugal and 3 around the world. So there will be basically where psilocybin is legal. So which is Nepal, the best retreat that we have in Nepal. As a matter of fact, is beautiful because we do like beautiful hiking in the Himalaya for 2 days, and then we will be taking a high dose of psilocybin. So this is what we do. So I will just go on and let's see where we are. So I would love to share with you this really inspiring quote that is unlike happiness. Unhappiness cannot happen without the presence of an ego. And this is why I was telling you about that my life changed when I've done my really high dose with psilocybin. And I really understand that for some people it can be really problematic to actually start and get psychedelics, and this is why, like, I would say, microdosing is a really good way to actually enter into this world, because it's hard. Like sometimes it's hard to just get started with it, but I can promise you that with microdosing, like you will be even more ready for whenever will be the moment that you want to take the high dose. I actually indeed started with microdosing because I was just so curious to know like how the psychedelics works and how they can help me out. And I said, okay, let's get started. And now I'm just doing it, you know. So I will go on. So let's start the very first part. So when you know your why, you will know your way. So I really want you to actually be clear about why you want to microdose. Because guys, believe me, this is not for everyone. And you shouldn't do it just because it's cool or just because it's, whatever. I really want you to have a really clear intention. So I have shared like in the chat a, a link where you can have access to a form where you can actually create your own intention. And I would love you to share this with me because I want to know why you want to do it. So, and if you are thinking about embarking on a new journey with microdosing, I really recommend to ask yourself, why do you want to start microdosing? What is your purpose? And what are you hoping to get out of this experience? Because things will shift when you will start to microdose. Because suddenly you will feel better, suddenly you will have more energy, suddenly you will feel more connected with people, and your life will change. Your life will completely change. So you better know which is your purpose. Where are you studying the most in life? And let's see if we can get more awareness in that part of life. So now I will be covering the benefits, safety, and risks about psychedelics, and in particular about microdosing. So we're going to discover the latest scientific research about microdosing with psychedelics, and it's completely mind-blowing. I really want you to take notes of that so that also you become more aware about what this is. So those are the benefits of microdosing. So mainly, like I can tell you that the most thing that you will feel is improved mood. So you will just feel better. It's just, the one thing that will happen, like in terms of neurochemistry, is that basically you will just boost your serotonin and dopamine levels. So you will suddenly feel great. You will feel like in love with life. You feel in love with yourself. You feel that you want to do stuff. You feel you want to create. And this like key because whenever your mood is improved, you can literally like do whatever you want in your life. And this is the one that really kicked in for me. And I'm totally in love with that. So one more thing that you will benefit with microdosing is focus. You will have lots of focus. Like you will just suddenly, your inner critic that is in your head, that is always telling you, you're not enough, you are bad, you are not smart, and people are judging you, and things like that, this voice will just vanish. And you will just focus on life. You will focus on talking with your partner, talking with people around you, or doing your work or journaling, will just feel more focused. And as you can see here, there are so many other benefits. So I will not go over each one, but the main ones are these two. And and here now there's a huge list of beautiful things that happens when you microdose. And this like game changing, guys, really, because the truth is that with microdose, you won't feel high. You will just have a shift in your neurochemistry and you will suddenly feel better. So this is what you will feel: less depression, less anxiety, improved cognitive function, better focus and enhanced concentration, enhanced capacity to improve habits. You also promote positive social interaction. You will have more confidence. You will have improved outlook on life, more energy throughout the day, and this is so important. More productive at work, more professional development. You will find your purpose. You will enhancing or reawaken your creativity. And creativity is really key for all of this because I can tell you that creativity is like the best tool we have in life. Because in particular in this lockdown and pandemic shit that is happening now, creativity is key because you are suddenly at home, you know what to do, and you will suddenly become creative. And you will start to spend time, you know, in a different way. You will start to connect with yourself in a different way. And suddenly you will just increase your creativity. So then you will open up to others and you will improve your relationships. You will nurture your self acceptance. You will let go of bad habits. You will overcome fear. You will attain self realization. You will improve your mental health and you will be optimizing athletic performance. So, guys, honestly, the benefits are so many to don't do that. And, you know, now we'll be covering also the risks, but look at that. Like, look at so many benefits. It's like magic. Like there is no medication out there that can give you that, and this is so natural, and this is like so amazing. So those ones are actually the kind of challenges that you will have when you start to do microdose, and it's really important to acknowledge them because I want you to know that there is not always everything great. You know, we also need to be concerned about you know the risk that are behind it. And the most one is illegality. Unfortunately, those medicines are not legal yet. And it's a bit of shame, I know, but to be honest with you, there are lots of places in the world where those substances are legal. For example, Netherlands. You can go to Nepal, is legal psilocybin. And also now in the US, they're legalizing MDMA and psilocybin, and probably in a few years, they will also legalize ketamine. So think about that. How great is that things are actually changing? So I know it's illegal, but you know we can still do that. You know because you are not selling it. You know it's just for your own benefits. So then, as you can see here, there are some maybe other things that you might have for with microdosing. As a matter of fact, I don't think this is for everyone, and I will be covering after that, like which are the kind of condition that if you have is better if you don't microdose. So I want you to now make sure that you get this right, because you know whenever you start to microdose, there are so many safety that you need to be aware of. So the very first one is legal risk. So of course, you know, you do it, but don't talk to many people about it. Don't do it on the street and things like that. You know, just be aware of that. So this is really important. Is always to test your LSD. So if you guys are interested, I will be sending you a link where you can actually like order a kit to test your LSD. And and then of course what could happen is that you might have sleep disruption. So if you are already you know if you have problem with sleeping, you might even have more problem, in particular with LSD, and if you take it, let's say, too late during the day. So my big suggestion is, in case of sleeping, to take those medicine early in the morning. In order that whenever they will finish, let's say that the effect will vanish. So these ones are the conditions that it is better if you can avoid to use microdose. And these ones are the following. So avoid microdosing if you have an existing health condition, because what will happen basically is that whenever, oh no, so basically whenever you will start to microdose, it may, your heart may beat faster, and if you have enough condition, this can actually give an impact to all of that. So it's better if you do not take microdose if you have any heart condition. So avoid microdosing if you have high anxiety. Please, guys, this is so important. So be first work on yourself, work on this anxiety problem, and then in case take the microdose. But if you really have high anxiety, microdosing will not fix it. So please don't do that. The same thing with pregnancy. Is better, guys, if you do not take microdosing if you are pregnant. This is really important, I would say, because um, let's say that your body must be on an optimal level whenever you take microdose, and when you're pregnant, like your energy is used for the child that you actually gonna get, you're gonna give life, and it won't be the same. So I wouldn't suggest that. And then avoid microdosing if you have a history of psychosis, bipolarism, and schizophrenia. It is really important to not ever take psychedelics if you have a history like that. So now we are gonna choose the right medicine. This is like really fun part, because sometimes we think that we choose the right medicine, but in reality, it's the medicine that chooses us. And this is so important. So I will be going now with the list of the medicines that we have. And guys, if you have any questions, there will be Madlena always there supporting you. She's amazing. She knows a lot. So guys, please keep asking questions. We will be always here. So those are the 4 medicines that I used myself, and I actually suggest to my clients to use, because those ones are the ones that give you the most benefits. So let's start with the very first one, psilocybin. Psilocybin is really famous as a notorious as a magic mushrooms, and usually like is really good if you use it when you're gonna do some breath work session, if you wanna go for a hike, or you wanna do some inner discovery. So those are the specifics that you can use the psilocybin, and it's really good. Like if you do breath working with psilocybin microdosing, it will be so intense. And if you go hiking with psilocybin, you will feel all one with nature. And of course, I would say to microdose with psilocybin if you want to journal and you want to discover more about your thoughts, more about your feelings, more about your life. Just microdose with psilocybin and see what happens. LSD. So to be honest with you, LSD is my favorite, and now I will tell you why. So compared to the others, LSD is the one that you can really do a little bit more often. And the really cool thing is that with LSD is that it's always consistent. It's always the same and is always predictable how you will feel. In with psilocybin, sometimes it's not that predictable. So LSD is better if you want to increase your creativity, your productivity, and self-awareness. Then there will be ketamine. So probably lots of people haven't heard about microdosing with ketamine. So this is not a type of microdose that you will do often. You can do it on some specific events, and I would limit it to maximum once a week. And how you do that is if you want to have some really deep connection with your partner, and if you are going to have some kind of massage, or if you want to connect really deeply with people. So basically what happens is that your body will just suddenly become really relaxed with ketamine. So basically, if you're going to have sex, like you're going to enjoy it more. If you're going to massage, you're going to enjoy it more. Basically, you're going to enjoy life more with ketamine. And then for last is iboga. This is super nice, and microdosing with iboga is really powerful. And I would suggest to do it in case you need to do some kind of activities where is body and mind involved. Let's say if you need to do some hard workout, or you need to do some really hard hike or hard, run, or whatever, where there is body and mind involved, you can do iboga. That's a really good one. So guys, how's it going? We are going smooth. You can just take some breath. And now we keep going. So how much and how often to take the medicines. So this is the art of the dosage. So now I'm going to show you exactly how we do it, based on science, based on people that have been working with that for loads of years. And now I will just go and show them to you. And you won't find those ones really anywhere, to be honest with you, because those ones are really specific for the kind of experience that you are looking for. So this is the one. So for psilocybin, so if you want to microdose, let's say, as I told you, for the hike, for the inner discovery, is between 0.1 and 0.5 grams. So in order to do that, this is the best way. You better go have a scale, because it's difficult to know exactly how many grams you have, and also get a coffee grinder, because basically the level of psilocybin that is into the mushrooms is different from mushroom to mushroom. But if you can grind all of the mushrooms, that would be much easier to predict how much psilocybin actually you're having. And then if you want, you can put it into a capsules and you can just eat it. Of course, I would suggest you to do it empty stomach. Is the best way, and early in the morning, let's say, as soon as you wake up. The second one is LSD. These are the best medicine for me, and to get the right microdose is between 5 to 20 micrograms, and to do it is really easy. So all you need is a syringe and some vodka. So this is all you need to do. You can take a really small bottle, let's say the one that you use for the essential oil, or something really small, where you can put inside in total 10 milliliters of vodka. So you're gonna calculate this vodka with the syringe that you're gonna have. And then basically all you need to do is basically have another syringe, but this syringe is gonna be basically 1 milliliter. So then all you need to do is just take 1/10 of the whole bottle. Because let's say inside you're gonna put 100 mic of LSD, or you can put 200, up to you. And then whenever you're gonna take it with the syringe, you're gonna take the right amount that you need. Which in that case, there will be still 1 milliliter. So if you have any questions, Madlena will be happy to answer it. And then, of course, we can check everything out with the Q&A on actually how to do it more specifically with LSD. With ketamine, it's really easy. So basically, all you need to do is to have a scale as well here, and you need to calculate 0.5 microgram per kilogram of body weight. I found that, for example, myself, I am 60 kilos. So for me, there will be half of 0.1 gram. So this is my dosage. And the way you actually you use the substance is that you're gonna put it sub-tongue, so under your tongue, and then you will leave it there until will be absorbed by your body. And ketamine is really cool, and you will really feel it, the ketamine, compared to the others, but you will just feel relaxed. It's so amazing. With iboga, is about 0.5 microgram. And basically, the best way to do it is that basically you're gonna have some tincture, a little bottle of tincture that you can buy online. And basically one drop will be already 0.5 microgram. So far, so good. If you have any questions, please ask. So now we're gonna check out here how often to use the medicines. So in this case, We are talking about mainly about psilocybin and LSD because, as I told you, ketamine and iboga is better if you use them like on specific events, but psilocybin and LSD are the ones you can use more on a daily basis. So I found out that the best protocols are two: the Paul Statements Protocol and the James Fadiman Protocol. So of course you can use the James Fadiman Protocol also with psilocybin, but I would definitely recommend you, if you want to try out psilocybin, to do the Paul Statements. Also because if you're gonna do the stacking protocol, that will be much better, definitely much better. So basically, this is all you need to do. If you want to do the full statement protocol, you have to do 5 days on and 2 days off with the medicines. And what you need to take here, in this case, as you can see here, is 0.1 gram. So it's less than I told you earlier. So that's the minimum if you want to do this protocol. And then you also add lion's mane and niacin. Niacin, you don't actually have to do it, but lion's mane, definitely yes. So it's super easy. 5 days on, 2 days off. There will be, let's say, Monday to Friday. And then, let's say, on the weekend, you will be off. It's kind of like the work, you know. So then the James Fadiman protocol is the one that I am actually currently using, even though I've been doing for a year full statements and it completely changed my life. But now I am more into LSD. So this is what you need to do. The frequency is 1 day on and 2 days off with James Fadiman. So which will be like, you know, you take it on Monday and then will be Thursday and Wednesday off, and then you will go back on Thursday. And of course, I will suggest you to get started with a day that you're completely off so that you get confident with the medicine. So it's best if you do it for between 6 to 10 weeks. And then like it's better if you stop after 6 to 7 weeks for 2 weeks. And then you can repeat it for a total of 6 months. So this is how I will do it. You will microdose, and I can tell you that the best effects, you will feel them the day after. The day after, you will kind of process everything that you've been thinking, everything you've been doing, everything you've been feeling. So the day after is really important. The third day, is a break. You just relax, and you don't just enjoy life as it is, and then you microdose again. So these are the best protocols that we use. If you have any questions, please ask us. We are here to serve you, and I'm so happy that you guys are all here and that you are willing to learn about microdosing. So how to find the medicines? So the art of knowing. So this is so important to know where to get them from the right, from the right people, Let's say that the only way I can help you here, guys, is with psilocybin and with iboga, but with ketamine and LSD, unfortunately, I will not be able to help you. But as I told you, you can always test your medicines. So you can find always someone that has them, and then you can test the medicines and see if they are like properly pure or not. So this is how you do it. So if you're in Europe, Earth Resonance is basically an amazing company in the Netherlands, and I'm not an affiliate or nothing, so you can just go there in the website and check them up. And there you can get the lion's manes and the psilocybin for the microdosing. And if you're in the US, the website that I would suggest is Us and Earth. There, not sure if you will find the lion's manes, but definitely you will find the psilocybin. But lion's mane, you will find it almost anywhere. It's much easier and it's legal, so you can have it. So then, for the iboga, there is this website called Iboga Sales. I personally bought there like a few times, and they deliver everywhere, so it's really reliable. Of course, as I told you, like iboga, don't do it that often. Just do it like specifically when you have some kind of mental and physical challenge. So track your results, the power of journaling. So now you're gonna learn here exactly like how to take advantage of the medicines and actually like integrate all the work that you are doing. So journal about the day. So here you should write, how did you feel, how was your mood, and how was your energy level. So just journal about the day. How did you feel? Like just whatever like comes in your mind, you just write it. They will be ideally at the end of the day, that will be amazing. So then I would love you to write any insights. I can tell you that I had the best idea of my life for my relationships, for my business, for everything when I was a microdose. So you guys better write these ideas because I don't know if you will remember them, but it's really important. And this I will also talk after about it. Don't become like impulsive. You have an idea, but take a few days to actually integrate it. Don't just have an idea and just kick in. Let's say, oh, I need to leave my partner, I need to change a job, or I need to buy this because it's gonna be too overwhelming. So then it's gonna be body and mind. So basically, you wanna write how you felt with your mind. Did you feel anxiety? Did you feel tired? Did you feel something? Like how did you feel with your mind? And as well as with your body, did you feel nausea? Did you feel tired? Did you feel energetic? Most of the times I feel energetic with microdosing, but it's better if you actually write your own feelings about it. Then is connection. So how did you connect with people around you? How did you connect with yourself? Just write down how you engage with people, because I told you one of the best benefits you get is actually to be more empathic and more compassionate. So this is my biggest suggestion for journaling. So now these are really fun parts. It really took me like probably a few hours to actually came up with all of these ideas. But I really want to tell you them because I made so many mistakes when I was microdosing. And I don't want you to make the same ones because they are silly mistakes. And now you know them. So you can just follow them. I can tell you they will work. They will work. I promise you. So let's start. So cultivate respect and presence. So since like you will be with a microdose of psychedelic, it's better if you become aware of yourself, aware of your thoughts, aware of your what is going on, like be really present, because it's a really unique moment. It's a really unique part of the day. You're gonna have the microdose. So really make sure that you are present with that. So then pick up a good day to start microdosing. So don't start to microdose like a day that you have a really important appointment, or you have to go to work, or you have to do, really important stuff. Really, like start to actually microdose when you are free. Have like a full day that you are free. And whenever you feel confident with the medicine, you just take it whenever you want. I can tell you, I just take a microdose down for anything, like, even if I'm going for shopping, if I'm walking, because now I'm used to it. But please start like this, because the very first time I studied LSD, I didn't know how we could have an effect with my body. And I like to meet like a friend, and I used to say it's better not to meet. So be really careful with that. So understand the importance of sad and setting. So if you're feeling like, let's say, pretty anxious that day, it's better if you skip microdosing. Or let's say if you feel, you kind of feel that you're too tired or you didn't sleep well or things like that, it's better if you don't microdose. This for my personal experience. And then setting, of course, like surround yourself with beauty, surround yourself with things that you're gonna love. Don't go like in places that you dislike when you're on microdose, because then you will link the microdose with that kind of experience. And then also remember yourself that when you microdose, you are really sensitive. And it's really good to be sensitive, but there is the other side of the coin, so that you don't want to see like all of these things going on during the day. So now my suggestion is to do morning microdose. This is really important because basically if you start in the morning, you're gonna have the best benefits during all the day. So you better start in the morning, empty stomach, and just kick in. Don't take it too late. If you just forgot it, don't take it. Better if you do it the next day. So this is really important. I fucked up here like in the past, so don't do it, please. We work with one substance at a time. So do not mix psilocybin with LSD and things like that. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. I promise you. If you really want, do those 6-10 weeks just with one, and then you can do the next 6-10 weeks with another one. But please do not mix them. So then is to know your source. So basically, as I told you, it's better to test them, make sure that you know what you're getting, and make sure you're getting, like, let's say, the shrooms in a really nice place. Then slow down. So basically, what I tell you, don't do like as you always do. Just slow down life. Just take things slowly. Take things easy. Like, don't really enjoy the moment. Like, don't go in the past patterns. Like, just go slow. And then prioritize your safety. Let's say, don't use those substances like, when you have to do like really like important things, like where you're gonna put your body in danger. So let's say, don't do them like, if you have to do, skydiving or, or bungee jumping or things like that. So these are my biggest suggestions. So now I will be so happy to do some Q&A with all of you. So let's do it. All right. So let's start with the first questions. So yeah. So what is Madlena, the MO question? Let me see. Okay. Great. So I will start with the MO. So as for the psilocybin, I've been using the truffles that are legal all over Europe. I'm using 1 gram of truffles that I've dried well, so I could freeze them, do it to the size of the packages. Well done. Good job, Mo. So then after dried, it's 0.4 gram. I'm using the right dose. I've been using 1 on and 2 off protocol tweaks, anything. So I would suggest you, Mo, to actually test the different medicines. Let's say I would suggest you to test different dosages. So don't do always 0.4, which in this case, let's say, I would say that with truffles, this is how it works. So consider like 1 gram of mushroom, of truffle, with 0.25 of mushrooms. So it's a bit more complicated is with the dosage of truffles. But let's say that 1 gram is 0.25 grams of mushrooms. So I would play out with the dosage in this case. So I will do, start with 0.1, go to 0.2, 0.3, and see which one it works better. So you are telling me that you didn't see much results, but what was your intention? What was your intention, Mo? So because it's better if you have like an intention. So then is Mark is asking me like, I'm such a slow note taker. I believe you said that you will send out the recordings. Yes, I will. Just check out your emails and you're gonna get everything you need. So Alejandro is asking me, how can I adjust an accurate dosage with cardboard LSD? So first of all, you need to know how much like micrograms there are in your LSD tab. So you wanna make sure that you know how much exactly there is inside. And then basically, I will tell you that if you have 100 microgram, you will just take the tab into a really small bottle where basically you're gonna put inside just 10 milliliters of vodka, and then you just take it little by little, like all you need. So let's say you take a syringe, and you will just take, let's say, 10 milliliters. This is all you need. If you have any other questions, you can just text me, and I will tell you more details. But this is how you do it. Do you guys have any more questions? Doesn't look so. So I wanna show you now our last part. So basically, this is what we are gonna do now. So what's next? So are you ready now to become a new you? So are you ready to get to the next level of life and get to wherever you really want to go? So I have to be super honest with you. So psychedelics and microdosing, it can be really dangerous if you don't take it properly, and if you don't do it in the right way. So it's better that you are really careful with what you do. And to be honest with you, is the best thing to do is to get like some help from someone that has experience with it, which in this case, that could be me, or you can go and check out any other like coach that can help you. But I would love to give you my help, because I know that you can actually get there like in a much smoother way than I did, because it took me like a year and a half to actually figure out like in microdosing, and I've done so many mistakes. And but if you actually have someone that can help you, you will most likely have the best benefits from the microdosing experience. So this is actually what I would love to give to you. So I'm organizing 12 weeks microdosing group coaching for everyone who wants to know more about it and wants to get coached and want to actually get to a next level. So I will be starting the following experience the 10th of March 2021, and this is not for everyone. So if you really are keen to get into this kind of experience, I will send you a link where you can actually get access to it. There will be a weekly 60-minute group coaching where we will actually make sure that we get to know all of us, all of each other, and we'll also make sure that you will get the right preparation. So I want to make sure that you will be super ready for the experience when you're gonna start to microdose. Then I will give you access to the safe medicines. And if you have the luck to be in Lisbon area, I can help you with everything you need. And then of course you will have 1 year Slack support where you can ask me anything, and I will always be there to support you. So this is a really unique opportunity. I do have only 3 spots left for the next group coaching. So I usually do it 3 times a year, and it's starting super soon. And I want to give you yourself this opportunity because it's gonna completely change your life. So now I will be sharing with you the link. Here you go. So all you need to do is just have access to the link, and then you can enjoy the amazing group coaching with me. So on top of that, if you guys would like to have also the this Pedro's question. What is Pedro's question? Yes. So I'm really concerned. Can you? Yes. So So you had persistent depression and anxiety. It changed my life, but I'm afraid we'll go back to that state when I stop. What are your insights? So to be honest with you, Pedro, like whenever you have this kind of situations, we need to work on like our psyche, we need to work on our mind as well. So we need to make sure that we work on healing the depression and anxiety, and not to use the microdosing as a tool to remove it, because the microdosing is not an antidepressant, it's actually an enhancement. So basically what happens with microdosing is that everything would be enhanced. So I would suggest you to actually work on with someone. It could be a coach, it could be a psychologist with the depression and anxiety. Of course, do your inner work as well, and then on top of that, you will also like add the microdose. But in this case, I will be actually happy to help you if you would like to work with me, and we can do that together. So about Alzheimer. So I don't know much about Alzheimer, to be honest with you. I'm sure that basically what happens when you take microdosing with psychedelics is basically like you're gonna create new neural pathways in your brain, and so we basically make yourself more immune to Alzheimer. But for a cure, I think there will be still much things that you can add on Alzheimer, that which can be like for sure nutrition and so many other things. So let's see if you have many more questions here. Yeah. I think so. I think it will be detected because you know those kind of substances that will stay in your body for a while. So there wouldn't be much convenient to actually use the substances if you are having like all of this medical analysis. I wouldn't suggest it. So the question is, can you microdose for long term? So of course you can, but I can tell you that at some point, like you will feel so amazing that probably you will need the feel to do that. But you know, you can just start. You can also do it for a few years. You stop and then do it again, of course. But I can tell you it's always good to stop for a while because your body is gonna create some resistance, which then basically it won't make it so nice and easy. So guys, I will be sharing with you if you want all the details, if you would like to have the recording for the masterclass. I will send it here. Here you go. And then you will, I will send to you an email with all the details. So do you have any more questions? Let's see. So Mo, you were on antidepressant and anti-anxiety medication. I wanted to get off with microdose. Okay. So for sure, like my biggest suggestion is to get out like as soon as you can from antidepressant, because they will suppress your neurotransmitters. So basically, it will be way more difficult to create more dopamine and serotonin in your body. So I would suggest you to get them out first, and then microdose at least 1 month after you've been out from antidepressants, because if you microdose with antidepressants, you won't actually have any effects and almost any benefits. So let's see if there are many more questions. So there's a question from Annette. I want to test the best dosage for you. Yes. So basically, if you go with psilocybin, I will say to start with 0.1. Then if you want to go to 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5, but do it slowly. Let's say the first week you go with 0.1. The second week you can go with 0.2, and then slowly increase. But I would say to do it like in this way, like really slowly. With LSD, the same. So if it's like 5 micrograms, or you start with that, and then you go with 10, 15, up to 20. Don't go to more than 20 because then you will feel high. I don't want to be too high when you are microdosing. Any more questions? You're very welcome, Mark. It's been amazing, an honor to serve you. We are always here in case you can reach us out on everywhere, on Facebook, Instagram, email, website. You'll find everything. Great. Thank you, Mark. It's amazing. So let's see who are the attendees left. So there's Pedro, Paul, Nuno, Mo, Mark, Maria, Luke, David, Carolina, Annette, Alejandro. So do you guys have any other questions? If you don't have any other questions, I will just be here for anything. Okay. It has been an honor to be with you here, guys, and I wish you an amazing day. And as I shared with you, you have the link to access for the group coaching and for the recordings. So that said, I wish you an amazing day.